Hello and welcome to my channel. In this lesson, I will show you 12 uses of the definite article the. And there is a quiz at the end of this video to test your understanding. Use number 1. This is the most important use. Use the to talk about a person or thing known to your listener. For example, Mary has a 10-year-old son. The boy wants to be an astronaut. Here I first say a 9-year-old son because you don't know him yet. But once I have introduced him in the sentence, I then say the boy because now he is known to you. Here is another example. Can you open the window? If I say this to you, then there is probably a window somewhere around you. So the window already known to you. And I say the window. And finally, this is the man who stole my purse. This example is a little bit different because if I stop with this is the man, you will be a little bit confused because you don't know him yet. But then if I give you more information about the man, this is the man who stole my purse. So that way it becomes known to you. Let's move on to use number 2. Use the with unique things. That is where there is only one of something. For example, we say the moon because there is only one moon. Similarly, the sun, the sky, the world, the universe, and so on. For example, the sun rises in the east and Mohit has traveled all over the world. There are some other things we consider unique are the government, the police, the internet, and so on. For example, the police are investigating a murder in our neighborhood, and almost everybody uses the internet today. Use number 3. Use the in sometime expressions. You see these on screen. We always use the in these expressions. For example, my friend hates getting up early in the morning. And a friend of mine got married the day before yesterday. And we love to go swimming in the summer. We also say the past, the present, the future, probably because there is only one past, present, and future. Like in this sentence, we must learn our lesson from the past. The is also found in time expressions like the 18th century, the 1960s, and the 60s, and so on. As in this sentence, this house was built by my grandfather in the 60s. Now you have to be a little bit careful with time expressions because there are many that should be used without articles. You see some of these on screen. We will discuss these more in the next lesson where we talk about where to use no article. The next use is with the superlative forms. There are expressions like the smallest, the best, the most, the highest, the least, and so on. For example, Mr. Rawat is the best teacher I have ever had. And in my opinion, knowledge is the most important thing in life. Remember that these are all fixed. You must use the in all superlative forms. Now, here is an exception of this rule, that the is used before some popular phrases having comparative degrees. For example, the sooner, the better, the fewer, the merrier. Alright, here is use number 5. Use article the when one noun stands for all of its kind or referring to a group like the teacher, the rich, the poor, the unemployed, the elderly, and so on. For example, the teacher is a useful person, and I think the rich should pay more taxes, meaning rich people. The is also used with singular countable noun. Like in the sentence, the lion is a ferocious animal. I can also say lions are ferocious, means every lion here. We also use the same form to refer certain nationalities. For example, the Japanese are polite people. Notice here that when I say the Japanese, it means Japanese people, not the Japanese language. It's the same thing with all the other nationalities here. Okay, you have to be a little bit careful while applying this use, because when man and woman shows all of its kind, no article is used with them. For example, man is a social being and woman is a delicate creature. You have noticed that I don't use any article with them. But if more information is added to it, then I say, this is the man who looks after my house, and the woman is the best creation of God. I put the before man and woman because I added more information for them. Use the with names of musical instruments. We say the guitar, the violin, the piano, the saxophone, and so on. For example, Ritu plays the guitar, or is the violin easy to learn? So remember to put the before names of musical instruments. Use number 7 is with some words referring to nature or the environment in a general way. These are words such as the countryside, which means village or rural areas, the town, the weather, the mountain, and so on. For example, my daughter enjoys spending time in the countryside. It means my daughter likes to spend time relaxing in rural areas. One more example, I love the weather in Canada. Use number 8 is talking about objects of common experience, like in the expressions that you see on the screen. We say that these are objects of common experience because we experience these in our daily lives. Have a look at some examples. I met an interesting man at the park. You may not know which park, but it doesn't matter. The park is common experience. In the same way, did you read the newspaper this morning? I don't care which newspaper you read. I just want to know if you read one today. Here is another example. Sanim likes to sing in the shower. We also use the with types of media, including the word media itself, and also forms of entertainment. For example, I don't listen to the radio a lot these days. Or, Rupal is at the movies with her friends. Note, at the movies means at the movie theater. But it's important to note that TV doesn't work this way. You can use the with TV if you mean a television set. Like, will you help me move the TV? But if you mean television as a medium, then you say on TV. As in, I saw a Nat Geo documentary on TV yesterday. Let's move on to use number 9. Use the before these words when they are used as adjectives. That means we put the when these words appear before a noun. For example, Bachendri Pal became the first Indian woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest. And when is the next presidential election? Hurry up or you are going to miss the last bus. Is it important for sisters to have the same interest? Abdullah is the only here who knows how to fix it. But remember that when any of these words are not adjectives, that is, they don't come before a noun, we normally don't use the. Like in these sentences, Zehra came third in the race. There is no the before third because it's not modifying a noun. And I only have 2 biscuits left. Only is an adverb here, so no the. Now, we usually use possessive forms like my, your, his, her, etc. with these. Like she held my hand and told me that she loved me. But when we want to talk about something bad happening to our body parts, we use the. Like in the sentence, the suspect was shot in the back while running from the police. Notice, I don't say in his back. I said in the back. Similarly, I was playing when a ball hit me straight in the eye. We can also say on the nose, in the stomach, on the head, and so on. Okay, use number 11. Before some fixed things and places. Here is a whole list before we put the, like the mountain ranges, holy books, seas, oceans, straits, bays, rivers, islands, deserts, hotels, theaters, museums, newspaper, trains and ships, ranks, titles, directions, names of races, names which denote geographical names, and with plural families names. Normally we use no article before proper noun, but before some proper nouns we use it in a different way to give a tag of something or particularize them. For example, Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. In this sentence you can say Shakespeare is a proper noun, but notice that putting the before Shakespeare, it becomes a common noun. As I give Kalidas a tag of Shakespeare, or I can say I particularize it. In the same way, Jaipur is the Venice of India. Here I am saying like Venice. Jaipur is the city of lac. Alright, if you are ready, it's now time for a quiz to see if you can use the definite article the correctly. On the screen, there are some sentences. In each sentence, I want you to put the wherever necessary. Okay, stop the video, try the exercise, then play the video again and check your answers. In the comment section, let me know how many you got correct. If you are not sure about any, then feel free to ask me and I will help you out. See you in the next video and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.